There are few families in the NBA who have attracted attention in the basketball world in the same way the Ball family has done over the last few years. This is largely due to the big mouth of LaVar Ball and the outlandish claims that often come out of it. Our favorite such claim is that he could take a prime Michael Jordan in a one-on-one. However, this season it is the game of one of the sons in the family, not the words of the father, that is drawing the attention of NBA fans across the world. Much was made of LaMelo Ball's decision to forego college in the wake of his being part of shoe company Big Baller brand with his two brothers Lonzo and LiAngelo Ball. LaMelo would eventually decide that college wasn't the route he would take, opting instead to play in the Australian National Basketball League for the Illawarra Hawks in order to fulfill the 1 year out of high school requirement necessary to be eligible for the NBA draft. Many were uncertain that the level of the competition in the league was sufficient enough for him to develop into a player who was ready to play in the NBA. However, over a quarter of the way into the season, those concerns have been thoroughly shut down. LaMelo Ball looks like he is the real deal after only a brief stint in the NBA. The 19-year-old phenom has the kind of flair and creativity the league loves to see in a point guard, and LaMelo has had some stellar performances already in his brief time as part of the Charlotte Hornets. The point guard was taken with the 3rd overall draft pick of this year's NBA draft by Charlotte. In doing so, he and brother Lonzo became the first brothers to be picked in the top 3 in their respective drafts in NBA history. At just 19 years old, the youngest of the Ball brothers looks at home in the NBA already. He has already become the youngest player in league history to record a triple-double and has worked his way into the Hornets' starting lineup. Ball is currently averaging 14 points per game along with 6 assists and 6 rebounds. He possesses great flair on the basketball court with some silky passes catching the eye of the media in his early days in the league. However, recent games have seen him showcase his ability even more effectively, none more so than his 34-point outburst in a win over the Utah Jazz. With these flashes of brilliance, which are becoming more and more regular as the season goes on, it's no surprise that LaMelo Ball has caught the attention of NBA players around the league as well as the eyes of some of the past legends of the game. Latest Hoops loves to give you the inside scoop on what players and legends of the game really think of the players catching headlines, and LaMelo Ball is certainly one of those players at the moment. We've let you know how the league feels about Derrick Rose, Luka Doncic, Dennis Rodman, and more in recent weeks. Be sure to check those videos out when you're done here. For now though, sit back and let us bring you the thoughts and opinions of some of the game's greats in relation to arguably the most talented and likable of the Ball brothers. NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins was a fan of LaMelo Ball before he even debuted in the NBA. Responding to a tweet about Ball becoming the youngest player in NBA history, Perkins said, "I warned y'all before the draft that LaMelo Ball is going to be a superstar." The former NBA champion and cult legend in the league also said that he is ready for the NBA after his dad got him to play with these professionals, grown men, in reference to the time LaMelo spent in the National Basketball League in Australia. Kendrick Perkins, aka Perk, is one of the toughest, most hard-nosed players to play in the NBA in recent years. For him to say LaMelo is ready for the league is high praise indeed from someone who was never shy in testing the mental fortitude of his opponents with tough, in-your-face basketball. Perkins isn't the only player to notice how NBA-ready LaMelo Ball seems to be at such a young age. Joining the former Boston Celtics big man in praising the talents of the teen sensation is fellow teammate and former All-Star Gordon Hayward. Although Hayward has only had 18 games with the number 3 draft pick, the small forward was quick to compliment LaMelo Ball and believes big things lie in store for the young guard. When asked about Ball, Hayward said, "I think LaMelo is somebody that just has that it factor, like that feel for the game." Hayward would also go on to compare LaMelo to Luka Doncic and Russell Westbrook, saying he has a knack for being in the right place at the right time to get in and around the ball and make plays. For someone of Hayward's caliber to compare LaMelo Ball to 2 of the elite players in the NBA is high praise indeed for a player so young. Hayward also said that LaMelo has a great feel and IQ for such a young age, and that he thinks the future is very bright for him. It must surely be assuring for LaMelo Ball to hear a player and teammate with the reputation Gordon Hayward has confirming his belief in his young teammate. Gordon Hayward isn't the only member of the Charlotte Hornets to be impressed with the new addition to the team, though. Starting point guard Terry Rozier, aka Scary Terry, was more than happy to join his fellow teammate in heaping praise on LaMelo Ball despite the two going for the same starting position on the Hornets. Anyone who has watched LaMelo Ball play basketball will know that he does so with an infectious energy that makes the game incredibly fun to watch. The Hornets guard always has a smile on his face, and his penchant for flair and eye-catching plays makes Hornets basketball some of the most entertaining in the league when he is on the court. This was confirmed by Rozier when the guard was asked for his take on LaMelo Ball. Speaking of Ball, Rozier said, "He lights up a locker room. I think that's the highlight for me, just seeing him grow as the days go on. I think he's just happy, but it's contagious, and when guys see that, it's just great." It's a rare skill indeed to be able to affect a locker room with positive energy while still only a rookie and so new to the league. To take all the trials, tribulations, stresses, and surprises that come with joining the NBA in his stride so effortlessly is testament to the character and personality of LaMelo Ball. He is certainly not lacking in physical skill and ability, but the positive impact he appears to be having on his teammates is a sign that he can be a truly great player and carry his team with him. His teammates aren't the only ones who can see that LaMelo Ball could be something special. As far as praise goes, it can't come any higher than from a former MVP and unarguably one of the most unique and talented basketball players in the sport today. Of course, we mean two-time champion and current Brooklyn Nets player Kevin Durant. Durant broke down LaMelo Ball's game in a video with overtime and had nothing but praise for the young Charlotte Hornets guard. Kevin Durant said, "I don't even have to introduce him. Could shoot it from anywhere. Love his game because he's skilled. Once he gets into a right structure, system too, that's going to maximize his talent, he's going to be tough." For one of the greats of the game to be a fan of you before you even enter the league is certainly a good sign. We're pretty sure KD is an even bigger fan of LaMelo now that he's seen him up close and personal in the league. In fact, LaMelo Ball was a contributor to a Hornets victory over the Brooklyn Nets early in the 2020-21 NBA season. However, this was before the Brooklyn Nets traded for James Harden and became the NBA's three-headed hydra that many in the league feel is unstoppable. So things may not go LaMelo's way the next time the two teams meet. Be sure to check out our video of reactions to that trade from around the league once you're done here. It's pretty good. There is no one better positioned to give a take on just how good LaMelo Ball is than his brother, Lonzo, who is currently playing for the New Orleans Pelicans. Lonzo Ball has been in the league for 3 years now and has seen the very best basketball has to offer up close and personal. He has managed to carve out a position for himself as a solid role player and starting caliber point guard in the league. However, when asked if his brother LaMelo Ball was better than him as a basketball player, Lonzo had an interesting take on the issue. He said, "If you look at just talent-wise, he's got the most talent by far. I mean, it's not even close, and plus the height he's getting now, so I mean, the ceiling's up for him. The sky's the limit." While Lonzo isn't a star of the league, he is definitely a more than capable player. So for him to say that his younger brother is far and away the better player gives us an idea of just how much potential LaMelo Ball has. The young Hornets guard really could become a truly special player in the league in time. He's certainly shown flashes of brilliance so far and clearly caught the eye of some of the greats of the game at just 19 years of age. We think LaMelo Ball could well end up being a perennial all-star and one of the best point guards in the league if he continues on his current trajectory. He seems to have taken to the league like a duck to water and is relatively unfazed by things that normally derail the careers of players who rise to stardom too young. While much remains a mystery in terms of the future of LaMelo Ball and just how high his ceiling is, we know one thing for sure. It's certainly not a bad thing that he doesn't seem to share any of the loud arrogance his father does. LaMelo seems happy to ignore the spotlight he is constantly under and focus on the joy he gets from playing basketball. If he can keep it that way, the young star looks set to do big things in the NBA. And when he does, you can rest assured that Latest Hoops will be there to cover every moment, reaction, and hot take on LaMelo Ball as he forges his way in the NBA. If this is your first time on our channel, be sure to check out our other videos of NBA players and legends giving their takes on rising stars, incredible performances, and past legends. And remember to subscribe to our channel so you get the latest videos as soon as they drop. We will do all we can to bring you all the very best the NBA has to offer, and there is no better place for NBA content than Latest Hoops. Like this video if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.